And Nigeria take your word today to say they can trust the Tinubu government that it has
absolutely
their interests at heart and is going to do the right thing.
100%.
Especially at the threat that with the way it's going, this government will lose in 2027 if it decides to be on the ballot.
To lose to who? I mean, I wish them luck, that's politics for you. I wanted to show you this. Local inputs and others seen driving down FMCG cost, okay? That's business day. Forex scarcity forces manufacturers to get creative and adopt local whatever. That is a nairametrics. That's manufacturers myself below losses high local content. You can see that it's never easy to actually get a country to get better. It's the things that we're used to. Okay, you can see several initiatives in that area. It's the things that we're used to and our habits. Are we ready to change it? Because for example, now the average life of a Nigerian, we know that we don't like the tough life. We want to flex, we want to do our parties, we want to spend our money anyhow that we wish. We want to drive the big cars, we want to have several of them. We build our houses from scratch, and that's why the president, you see that is big on the issue of credit to as a way of reducing corruption. You build your house from foundation to the roof without borrowing 1 naira. None of your friends who live abroad who have jackpot can do. They can't try it. You get a mortgage for 30 years, you pay. In my sojourn around the world, I tell my friend, I've never seen one of them who finished paying their mortgage. I've not seen one of them. Because usually by the time, if you are even the very strict type, you pay for 10 years and you have equity of $100,000, you want to take it, there's something you have to do with that $100,000, you're back to square one. People die and leave mortgages for their children to start battling with. Look, so our life is different here. So we have to be careful what we're asking for.
But the agitation that is growing on, can your party and this government survive it?
What agitation are you talking about? It's a political agitation as far as I'm concerned.
You don't think that the reality, there are real economic...
No. I've been able to show you right here, if you would review this video, that indeed the economic part of it, we're getting out of it. This is not the time to agitate about the economy. I'm giving you that. And I put the responsibility back from federal government. I've actually brought the state governments in, local governments in. And I've also brought the private sector in, including yourself, including your platforms, including the other places, to say that, look, this is time for you to think about all of these, younger people. What are you doing for them? What are if they're where they were last year is unacceptable because your company is not where it was last year. I put the responsibility back. So I don't see what you're talking about in terms of economy. Now we can only say, okay, you know what, let's get constructive. How can we mentor?
But the narrative is not in the favor of your government.
How can we the narrative that's painted, maybe because the media sentiment, but the election will not be done in the media. If media sentiment is aligning with opposition,
can the government survive
it?
Can the government survive it?
I don't see you remove Tinubu in 2027. I don't see where I don't even see where you're going to start.
With an article,
it's going to end up in frustration. Honestly, they don't even have a platform anymore. Which platform are they using? Where are all those parties? How can they pull together? So unfortunately, the media
is that why the government is not very serious about?
Oh, come on, so that's why the media seems to be aligning with their sentiment. But I'm telling you, even though the media may not be collecting
aligning with the sentiment of the people of Nigeria, the voices of the people who are feeling the brunt.
When did opposition become the voice of the people? They can't be the voice of the people.
It is in the leg of democracy.
The people
opposition,
are wise, and apart from people
the civil
who have
society,
social media,
the media.
I have a message for especially the younger social media savvy people. I'm going to tell you the truth. You may not find it very palatable, but the truth is the truth. For those of you who are positive, if you curse your country, you get a curse back. If you bless your country, you gotta get blessed back. This country, look, the best place for anybody to do business in the world is the country where they're from. I did business in the United Kingdom for more than 10 years. I've done business in the UAE. I've done business in the US. I've seen that, look, where you're from is what matters. Rather than, we should build this one that we have, rather than chasing what doesn't exist all around the world. Please, so look, it's not as bad. Don't let anybody, and I'm talking to very young people, don't let anybody come and wind you up and get you angry for no reason, such that you now begin to wear the negativity around your body. In fact, the fact that people have jackpot from this country, the truth is that they've also created a lot of job opportunities. But again, for those you can see, if you can see help yourself, think about the course you're doing. If you are the type that can go to university, be sure that you're positioned for you to be relevant even in the future. There are still things that are continue to be relevant. We can project for 10, 20 years, even in spite of artificial intelligence. People who are in medicine, in engineering, and all of these people, they never, they are never sitting at home, they're never idle, And apart from that, also, you have to ensure that, when you get serious with yourself. If you get involved if you let yourself be carried away, some people let themselves be carried away, then they start to do drugs, they start to do all sorts of things, and that actually takes you out. How many drug addicts are in Nigeria? So if the drug addicts, if let's say they have 1 million or 2 million drug addicts in Nigeria, they come together and say, oh, we are suffering, when the problem they have is actually the drug addiction, which some of them have refused to kick. So are we going to condemn Nigeria on that
basis? What I will ask you on the final note,
and I'll say no, before that one, I'll also say there's opportunity in the technical area. Do you know the ordinary welders? We can't find good ones in Nigeria. We need good ones, and there are institutes. And even in Udu here, I shared something on my social media on Facebook the other day. In Udu here, there's factories where people who are, people who are in the fashion area, they want to sew something. You can walk in there, pay like 2,000 every day, do all your sewing in that place. Who cares? Medan is the one running it. People have deadened their senses to the possibilities and the positives around them, and it's just so sexy for you to come in front of a light, say the government is terrible. It's okay, let's go and rant for 30 days. It's great. I just put out another article now, which I started with the fact that, look, it's great to rant. It gives you some sort of catharsis. Takes it off your mind. You can even blow, and when you blow, you can become a sensation, and then you can be paid by YouTube and paid by Insta, paid by Facebook for being a wonderful social media person. But it cannot take away the need for you to be pragmatic, to be a pragmatic thinker, and to think for your life, and keep your head down. Because again, everything takes a process. If Shehu is successful today, Shehu, you've been at this for more than 25 years. I've been working for about 34 years now. So if I happen to have 1 or 2 naira today, which, well, I'm not rich yet, but I'm okay where I am. I'm just okay. But you have to think about the trajectory that I've followed up to where I got to here. But is anybody teaching all these young people this thing? People don't care anymore. We assume they know it, when in fact a lot of them just need a very good lecture in personal financial management and personal effectiveness. You, as a boy, you've gone to school, you put tattoo on your neck. Which bank your oil company is going to employ you? So if you find yourself outside, you want to be a creative, fine, you can remain a creative and you can do well in creative. But for every Davido and every Ashake, do you know there are 10, 20,000 people that have dropped by the wayside?
Can you imagine what this one is saying? Just imagine. For you to know that he is lying or he was lying there. You see, from the beginning, it was difficult for you to say whatever you wanted to say at that time. It was difficult for you to say because you are lying. He was lying. He's lying. What are you saying? If we live in a country that all the three arms of government are functioning independently, they are on their own, would you stand there and be talking like that? That Tinubu lost to who? You don't see anybody. This and that. Tinubu. If we live in a normal society, Tinubu has no power, has no business with president coming back again 2027. And even if he comes in 2027, okay, we know he's coming to waste his money. If we live in a country that has rule of law, that things are truly working, all the three arms of government, they are independent, they are not corrupt like what is happening in other countries. It because of the corruption, Tinubu controls them. That's the reason why you have the mindset that Tinubu, nobody will lose to Tinubu because the election result has been written already. And you're talking about the issue of how many people have successfully taken that loan that you are talking about. Tinubu is doing credit. How many? All the students are even complaining. Loan that you can, even if you take the loan, what are you going to do at the end of your school, your studies? What are you going to do to pay back the loan? Nothing. You're saying in America or in the Western countries that nobody finished paying their debt, their mortgage. Who told you? A lot of people finish. It depends on how old were you when you take that mortgage. It depends. Do you understand? Some people, if you have money, is it not this? If you have money, you can buy in credit. It does not necessarily means that you must take credit. It's the same thing. People have money in Nigeria here. They have money, they buy in credit. They have money, they buy. They buy at once. They buy at once. If the same thing with that, if you have money, you buy at once. Your politicians also take money to go and buy in cash. They don't buy mortgage. They don't buy mortgage. It's a level. It's because of the way government make those provisions for people who are doing this job to also able to buy their house, to live in their own house. That's why they make those provisions. It does not mean that everybody must go through a mortgage. No. If you have money, you can buy in cash, provided you are able to prove your source of income. You can buy in cash. You're saying nobody end up paying that. They can never see the good side of other countries to make an example, to make reference whatever they are trying to say. They will never see the good side of it. It's always the bad side to say that they are doing where they are working hard. That's what you see. How can you? Do you think it is the clear eye of some people to sell their properties, to sell their landed properties and cars to relocate out of this country and even go to some country to suffer? They started realizing, we know it's not. Do you think it is their clear eyes? Some people even have money, they can't even live, they can't close their eyes. A country where they can't sleep, they can't sleep and close their eyes. Is that what you're talking? Come on, man. The life is just too much for me. What are you saying? You're talking about this thing, that. There's nobody to do that. There's nobody to do that. People are willing to work. There's no job. There are no jobs for them. The only option for them is to hustle, look for money and jackpot. They don't care. You think it is the clear eyes of a 50-year-old man, to sell his properties to relocate out of this country because he can't take it anymore. Look at the insecurity that is going on across the country. If you live in those places with your money, your life is not safe. Your businesses are not safe. What are you talking? What are you talking about? What is going on? What is improving in this administration? It takes time to get country better, to get country working. How long? If you are working hard to get this country better, we even need to see the roadmap. There is no direction as we speak now. It's like we do not have a president, a working president in this country. It's all about borrowing more money. Our debt has suddenly risen to $140 billion or something. Our debt has risen. What you saying? A country where you barely afford 2 square meals per day, you can't feed yourself properly. So tell me what is going on. What is getting better in this administration? Tell me. Somebody should tell me. Tell this man what's going on. Do you think it is the clear eyes for people to come and be ranting on social media and talking about bad government, bad government? How much are they paying on social media? How much that people are airing out their opinion, their anger, their frustration? It's not about money. Some of those people you see, they are even talking. They don't have a page. They don't have page or YouTube. Do you understand? Some of those people who even originate those videos, some of them, they just out of anger. Before you see, okay, maybe bloggers started analyzing the video. Some of them do not have a page. They don't have a YouTube channel for you to say because they are making money or something. No. Do you think it is the clear eyes of some people to keep their certificate at home, and they started doing all this something that ordinarily they not ought to have done? Some people started foolishing themselves on social media, just a way of becoming somebody to earn, at least to earn something. Do you think it is their clear eyes? Out of frustration, there's no money, there's no jobs, nothing. Do you think? Come on, man. You guys need to do better. Anyways, what do you think about this? So, I know because we have all the 3 arms of government has been captured. So there's no point. That's the reason why you have this mindset to say who is going to defeat Tinubu. Tinubu have no business to come in 2027, just like what happened in 2023. If that election was free, and if that election was free enough, truly we live in a democracy where everything was like other African countries. Give mandate to the rightful owner. Tinubu has no. It wasn't up to like how many hours Peter Obi defeated all of them. It's the same thing that will happen in 2027. Give them a free level playing ground to conduct that election. 2 hours, Peter Obi will defeat all of them. It's not a joke. It's not a magic. Please share this video.